Wow, guys, Facebook absolutely killed numbers. We're going to look at these Facebook numbers, and then after that, we're going to look at AMD. They reported yesterday. We're going to follow up both these stocks. I'm not posting a stock market weekly recap this week because I'm going to be out of town. So I'm just trying to get into all these, news stories and whatnot and what's going on with the markets. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm not talking about Wynn Resorts on this video, it's because in a few days, 4 stocks I'm buying is going to come out. So I'm going to talk about the Wynn Resorts earnings on that video because there's no point in talking about it today and then talking about it like 3 or 4 days from now, guys. So let's go ahead and look into this. Facebook reports better than expected sales and profit growth. Boy, did they ever. EPS came in at $1.32 versus $1.13 was expected. They freaking killed it. Revenue came in at $9.32 billion versus $9.2 billion was expected. Mobile ad revenue came in at $8 billion versus $7.68 billion was expected. Monthly daily active users came in better. Capital expenditures were less than what was expected. So pretty much everything was just about going right with Facebook here. Now let's look at some of these growth metrics year over year. So advertising revenue was up 47% year over year from basically $6.2 billion last year in the same quarter to $9.1 billion this year. Holy smokes. Total revenue was up 45% there. Total costs and expenses were up 33%, so less than what the revenue was up, so that is a good sign. Then we have the net income. Let's go ahead and look at that net income line down there. It's up 71% from $2.2 billion in 2016 to $3.8 billion this year in the same quarter, up 71%. Diluted earnings per share up 69%, guys, from 78 cents to $1.32. They just freaking smashed numbers. Now, the stock reaction was interesting after market. It actually opened lower and quite a bit lower. It opened around 159. It was down like over 4%. So if you're an aftermarket trader and you got in on this one, congrats to you, because then it ended up bouncing all the way back to where it was break even. And now, as of recording this video, is actually up almost 2% after hours. So you could have made a nice swing trade if you would have got in this one after hours at about 159, and you could have sold out now about 166, 168 and just got out of the stock if you're not interested in being along. So great stuff with Facebook right now. And this is just, this is Facebook's year. This is Facebook's year. Now, there's one pause I have. One pause with Facebook. I mentioned this several months ago that it's going to happen eventually. I believe it's going to happen in 2018. I'll go on record. I believe this is going to happen in 2018. And this will be interesting to see how Wall Street takes this situation that's going to be upcoming with Facebook here. So let's look at these numbers here, and then I'll get to my point. Daily active users for Facebook came in at 1.32 billion on average for June 2017, an increase of 17% year over year. Monthly active users were 2.01 billion for June, an increase of 17%. So that's just fabulous. The daily active users, monthly active users, these are tracked heavily by Wall Street. I mean, every stock out there that has monthly active users, daily active users, Wall Street cares immensely about those numbers. The problem with Facebook, I believe, the only problem, Facebook has a ton of chances to grow revenue and profits over the coming years, don't matter what. But my situation with Facebook is in 2018, I'm not going to go as far as predicting what specific quarter this will happen in, but in 2018, mark my words, you can come back to this video, Facebook will go down to single-digit daily active users, single-digit type growth. So they've always been double-digit growth, and as long as you're double-digit growth, everybody kind of gives you a pass and then they say that's beautiful. Facebook will go down to single-digit growth in daily active users come 2018, in my opinion, without a doubt. Why is this? Because basically, law of large numbers catching up with Facebook. They need so many more users to come on these platforms, right? The Instagram growth is going to run out this year as far as the major Instagram growth. And that's mainly what's carried Facebook's daily active and monthly active users over the past couple of years. Let's be completely honest. It's not Facebook, the Facebook platform, it's Instagram. And then also something Facebook did really smart a few years ago was they separated the Messenger app from Facebook. And people don't even look at this. They just, don't even think about this type of stuff. Facebook separated the Messenger app. Why is that important? Well, now when Facebook and Messenger were together, right? When they were together, if you logged in just once on either for Facebook or for Messenger, you just counted as one monthly active user. Now that they're two separate apps, and they have been for the last couple of years, If you just log into Facebook or the Messenger app, just once a month, you count as that monthly active user. So it's definitely a lot better there as far as hacking the numbers and growth hacking those daily active and monthly active users. Not a lot of people look at that, but it absolutely is a hack. That's going to kind of run out here in 2018, and the Instagram growth, I absolutely expect it to slow substantially as far as not the revenue growth, not the profit growth, just the daily active users, just because law of large numbers, you need so many massive more people coming on the platform, and I don't see that coming past this year, guys. So they'll go down to single digit growth, which is still good, but I believe that'll be interesting to see how Wall Street takes that, oh my gosh, Facebook has gone down to single digit growth. And of course, you know, in that amount of time, who knows, Facebook maybe acquires the next big platform or makes the next big platform or something like that. That's very possible. I just, that'll be interesting to see how Wall Street takes it when that does happen. But regardless, Facebook has phenomenal opportunities to grow revenue and profits over the next few years at a very nice clip, guys, regardless of even if the daily active users do slow to like I'm talking about starting in 2018, guys. Let's look at AMD here. AMD reported numbers yesterday. So they did 2 cents of EPS versus a break even here. They did revenue of 1.22 billion versus 1.16 billion was expected here. And then if we go ahead, and it was the guidance that really got people excited. So AMD said it now expects third quarter revenue to increase about 15% year over year. The figure implies third quarter revenue of about 1.5 billion, easily beating analyst projections of 1.39 billion. So pretty nice beats there by AMD. Not like, you know, killing it like Facebook did, but still very nice beats. And with AMD, the interesting thing is it was being driven a lot by cryptocurrency mining. You know, Bitcoin and all those cryptocurrencies, that was what drove the beats on AMD there, guys. So very interesting. That's going to be interesting to see how, you know, cryptocurrencies get more and more popular, how much that helps out a company like AMD, or maybe even an NVIDIA, but specifically AMD. It's just very interesting, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this today. Facebook absolutely killed numbers. Let me know if you guys are investing in Facebook, have invested in Facebook, or buying Facebook. I would love to hear from you guys on your take on those numbers. If you're an AMD shareholder, let me know what you thought of those numbers. Were they like amazing? Were they like kind of okay? Like, what do you see with AMD going forward? I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. And even if you don't own any of these stocks and you got something to say about it, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you just came across this channel, you may want to subscribe. We talk personal finance in the channel. We talk entrepreneurship. I'm an actual business owner. I give away so many business tips. We talk stock market investing more than anything. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.